team. So the theme song was brought to you today by the lovely Michaela Johnston. And if you want to know more about Michaela, simply look at her info in the description box below. Today we are going to look at a basic corrective stage makeup tutorial. So you're currently looking at the finished product, and with that, I have a really round face, so my contouring can be a bit difficult. It's sort of like, how do you contour a beach ball? It's just gonna look round, right? Well, not necessarily. Because of some highlight and shadow that I've gotten some sneaky spots, my cheeks are popping and all of my features are standing out even under some of this harsh lighting. So just a few things before we launch into the time-lapse video of my makeup application. I want to make sure that you are wearing an old t-shirt or something that you don't mind getting messy in, simply because you never know when you might knock some powder and get it all over your favorite outfit, so safety first. We also want to make sure that you are contouring for your specific face shape and that you're using products that work for your skin type and your skin tone. And what I mean by that is that you're using products that won't harm your canvas, aka they won't cause any harm like burning or breakouts or things like that to your skin, and that you have a color match for your skin tone, because no one wants to walk out on stage with your neck being 3 shades lighter than your face. And finally, we want to talk about what type of space we're doing this for. So the application is not for photograph or television or even film. It's going to be for a small theater space. And what I mean by a small theater space is looking at something that seats anywhere from 60 to 300 patrons. If you're one of my students, that's going to be anywhere from the Black Box to the TC Theater. So with all of that being said, let's go ahead and get started and watch me transform from a swamp demon with no makeup into a leading lady ready for her debut. All right, y'all, so welcome to this up close and personal view. The first thing that I'm actually going to start with is primer. So I'm using a green primer by Maybelline. This acts as a barrier between my skin and the makeup that I'll be putting on my face. It also, because it's green, ends up color correcting my skin tone. Because I have a lot of red undertone in my skin, it actually ends up evening out my tone a bit because it cancels out all of the red in my skin. Next, as you can see, I'm applying my foundation all over the face. I'm using a pouncing technique, or a slight bouncing on the face, to apply the foundation. Then moving on to the eyebrows. So once I've got my foundation nice and neat all over the face and down into the neck, I'm going to darken my eyebrows actually so that they pop underneath the stage light. And I use an eyeshadow to do this. With that, I also like to brush up the hair just to make sure I've got any additional powder or excess out of it, and then I can sort of shape them and make sure that they're even. The next thing that I'll do is I will take concealer and sort of sharpen and fix any smudges that I may have created with the eyeshadow on my eyebrow. Next, I'm moving into actual eyeshadow. So since I have hooded eyes, the first thing that I like to do is sort of prime the eye with an eyeshadow all over that is similar to my skin tone color. And then I'm going to go in with a small windshield wiper style movement with a mid-tone color just above my crease, since I have those hooded eyes. If I were to do this look inside my crease, it would all disappear when I opened my eye, so I have to go just slightly above. But I'm going to take a darker color here with this angle brush about halfway over through the crease and sort of blend it in that way, and that's going to give my eye a more lifted appearance. I'm also going to add a shimmer color onto the lid because that's going to make it appear brighter and more lifted. And then I'm just going to blend that in with those same windshield wiper and small circular movements. Here I'm adding a white highlight underneath the eyebrow and into the corner of the eyes and blending that in to create additional lift as well. Once I've moved on from that, I actually like to just keep blending and finessing any spots that may be a little hotter. And then I'm going to go in, because I'm a messy artist, and I'm going to fix any powder that's fallen onto my cheeks with some concealer. And I'm going to sharpen that line from the outside corner of my eye to my eyebrow. So next I'm moving into eyeliner. To get my eyeliner as even as possible, I like to do little dashes to start out instead of doing one full line. It just helps to create a better look that way for me personally. I also, because I have hooded eyes, I need to do a smaller line just because when I open my eye, I still want to be able to see some of that lid. I'm taking this from my lash line to the outside corner of the eye as well because I want to make my eyes appear a little bit larger, so I'm extending that just past that line on my eye on the outside. I'm also adding in that mid-tone eyeshadow color halfway underneath the lash line, and I'm adding in a white eyeliner all the way across on the waterline to extend the size of my eyes. Finally, we're moving into mascara. You want to make sure that your mascara goes from the root of the lash to the tip, and I'm going to add this in on both the top and bottom lashes. Similar with your mascara and your eyeliner, you want to make sure that they are close to the root as possible, just so that you don't have any gaps, because they will most definitely show if you do. So then moving on from mascara, we are going to take a trip into contouring. So I'm going to start by contouring and highlighting that T-zone, and I'm not going to blend this in. I'm merely going to push it into the skin so it doesn't have to be a full blend. So as you can see, I'm not doing the bottom highlight yet. I'm going to leave it alone, but we're off to the races here with our contouring. So your contour should hit right in under those cheekbones for the shadow, and you want to make sure that it starts at that top of the ear line, and it's going to work its way down close to the corner of the mouth, but you don't want to go all the way to the mouth, because if not, especially for a round face, it'll look a little extra skeleton-like. So I am and then pushing that into the skin, not blending that nearly as well. And then I'm going to blend in that highlight there that I've put at the bottom. And look at those cheeks popping, y'all. Okay, so as I'm finishing blending this, the next step that I'm going to move on to is my lipstick, and this will be our final thing that we do. I'm going to use a lighter shade in the center of my lip and then a darker shade on the outside just to create a bit more of an ombre look. So this has completed our basic corrective stage makeup look. I hope you enjoyed. Take it away, Michaela. Brittany,